Welcome to today's tutorial. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking an image and make it look like someone has drawn this with pen and pencil in a photorealistic way. So photorealism artwork is where very talented artists take a long time and draw faces in a very photorealistic fashion, and it is incredibly skillful. Right, let's get into the video. First thing I need to say is I make videos for the beginner, and this is to help people to become better at using Photoshop. You can download the start image in the description box, and once you've downloaded it, bring it into Photoshop. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete all my other layers. So I've got the exact same start image as you. So this is the girl using the mobile phone. So the first thing we're going to do is, as always, we're going to Command and J to duplicate our layer. We always do this because if we mess up this layer, we can always delete it and we've got our background layer below. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go Command and I, and this inverts the image and makes everything opposite. So all dark colors go light and all light colors go dark. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this layer into a smart object. It's very easy to do. You simply right click and you go Convert to Smart Object, which is there. Once that has happened, you have this little icon in the bottom of your layer image, and this tells you you can apply filters to this layer in a non-destructive way, where we can turn the filters on and off, and you'll see how that works in a minute. The next thing I want to do is I want to blur this image a little bit, and in order to do that, we simply come up to our filter options, filters, and then we go blur, and the best blur to use is the Gaussian blur. I always have the preview on so I can see what I'm doing, and you just want to move your adjuster until you get it so it's blurry and difficult to see. 16 will work really well on this occasion, and I'm going to hit OK. So now we have our smart filters there, and I can turn this eyeball on and off to bring the filter back at any time. Right, the next thing is we want to blend this very weird looking layer with the layer below, our background layer below. And the way that we do that is we just choose our blend options here, and we go down, and the blend mode that we are looking for is color dodge. So we come down, and as we get to color dodge, it looks very much like these pencil drawings. So I'm going to select color dodge, and I like that as it is. The next thing I want to do is there's a bit of color in the image still, so I want to modify that by clicking an adjustment layer down here. Mine have gone slightly off the screen, and I'm going to choose black and white. Mine's slightly off screen, apologies for that. This creates a new layer here, and it turns, this is an adjustment layer, so everything below now turns black and white. I really like that. Now what I want to do is I want to increase the contrast. So again, we use an adjustment layer. We choose our adjustment layers, and this time we're going to go for brightness and contrast, which is this one here. And now what I'm going to do is I can adjust my brightness and contrast. So as I'm reducing the brightness here, it's giving us a lot more texture, and the contrast, as we increase the contrast, the darks will become dark and the lights will become lighter. So I'm really liking the look of this. I think this is now complete. It looks like a photorealistic drawing. My only issue is that the paper up here looks very bright, very crisp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now make some artificial paper. The easiest way to do this is you come down to the new layer icon, and now what I need to do is I need to fill this in by coming up to my paint bucket icon. I want to make sure that my foreground color is white. If it's not white, hit D and then X, and this will make our foreground color here white, and then I just paint bucket onto this layer, and the whole layer is now white. I'm going to double click the layer and call it paper so I don't get confused, and now I want to put a filter on this paper to make it look like real paper. So I come up to my filter gallery and I go to filter gallery, and now I can choose, there's a whole bunch of options available to me here. I'm going to, under texture, I'm just going to choose the first texture option there. I quite like it. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And what this does is this texturizes the page ever so slightly. The last thing I need to do is I need to blend through. I need to come down and choose a darken blend mode, and this will allow all my lower layers to blend through the upper layer, and this very much looks like a photorealistic pencil drawing. That's the end of today's tutorial. I hope you found it useful. If you have, please give it the thumbs up. Please also note you can see lots of other video tutorials under the playlist option, which will help you to become better and better at using Photoshop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.